dislike the term environment. It sounds as if nature were something outside of man. Environment is a word used by those people who are not living with the land. For them there is a distinction between economy and ecology, and from this is born the disastrous opposition between economic growth and natural wealth.
Pushkar, one of Rajasthan's most ancient dwellings. A small city centered around a holy lake, Pushkar is now famous for its annual market fair. We have come here to try and understand the spirit of this festival, a festival which is simultaneously the completion of an economic cycle and a renewal of social ties. Once a year in Pushkar, buyers and sellers of livestock gather to exchange what in Rajasthan are the most basic assets of the people. The festival is celebrated during the days of the full moon of late autumn, which in Rajasthan corresponds to the beginning of its best season. Here, autumn is the season which brings to an end the tremendous heat of summer. It's also the time which immediately follows the only annual harvest of crops. In the economic cycle of the year, this is the peak period of gain, the moment in which the stores are full. It's the time for exchanging goods. But the fair of Pushkar is not only a market. Above all, it's an event filled with deep significance for the people here, with the spirit of the festival culminating in the re-establishment of the communal links which unite society. The fair of Pushkar has a soul. It has the quality of reabsorbing the individual's productive endeavors into a communal activity. Thus, the fair offers the possibility of transcending social tensions and of renewing social ties. The completion of the productive cycle means no less than a feast of pure joy. Despite the childish entertainment one finds at the fair, the atmosphere reverberates with vitality, as the people gathered together vent off the steam accumulated over the many hard days of work.
Walking through the stalls here, I saw the propaganda organized by the banks, industries, and so on. Had this been any other time of the year, the stands would have been an intrusive presence in the peace of the sacred city. But in the atmosphere of the festival, they merged well together. After all, what is the urban commercial spirit other than an effort to create a permanent fair? But is it not this effort which destroys the true spirit of the festivals in urban life? A permanent festival simply cannot exist. It becomes something where joy is make-believe, where there is no regeneration, but only repetitive individual amusement deprived of communal sentiment.
The Pushkar fair has now become a major tourist attraction. What is it about the fair that Westerners like so much? There is something in traditional festivals which attracts these people. When culture and market come together, the tourists, habituated to a society rich in goods, feel at home, and through the festival can merge with the atmosphere of the place. But somehow, the tourists of Pushkar, who come either from the faraway west or from a nearby Indian metropolis, are not able to participate in the spirit of the festival. Their movements are clumsy. They remain outside of the celebrating community because they are unable to comprehend that spirit. They only seem able to make purchases or to take photographs. This points to a difference between traditional and modern cultures, being that the latter tends to gather things externally, while the former searches to maintain, within social life, its religious values. The core of the traditional spirit is not in the fair, not in the arts, not in the architecture, but in a religious faith.
And at the core of Pushkar is its holy lake. Framed by temples, the waters of Pushkar are not only waters of life, but become, in the faith of Hinduism, vehicles of reintegration, the door to the supernatural life. The waters symbolize the origins, the unshaped roots of that which has form, the essence from which all of life emerges.